there, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Eva and this is your angel card reading for the week of November 15th to the 21st. For those of you that follow my channel, you can see I have a totally different background this time. I have where I live, because for those of you that follow me, you know I just moved to Guatemala and I just found this cute little house in the middle of the jungle. But there is like this crazy yard that I have, and I decided that I was going to try and set up the camera in different little areas of the yard and do the angel card reading from here, because it's really pretty, and you get to hear some of the little birds and some dogs and other random noises, Guatemala noises, in the little town that I live in. And little Miss Felicia is here. You can see her little ears are popping up. She is here with me today, and there she goes. So today I've decided to do the pick a card reading again, because I really like those. They're kind of fun, and I feel that because I'm all about energy and intuition, so when you intuitively choose a card, because we have 1, 2, 3, when you intuitively choose a number and choose a card, I firmly believe that that card resonates with you and has a message that's loud and clear for you. Now, with that said, you can read or listen to all the other 2 cards in case you chose one. Listen to number 2 and 3 because they may have a message for you as well, right? I feel that there's a message in every card that is chosen for everybody, whether it's just a subtle little hint, or maybe it could be a big smack upside the head kind of message. So anyway, we're going to get right on. Oh, hang on a second. I have one. Wait. I have one announcement to make before we get on with the angel card reading. I forgot to bring the deck out here. I wanted to show you the deck too. So I have started up another YouTube channel, Women Blazing Trails. I'm going to drop the link to that down below. It is a channel, it's just a really random, fun channel. It's mostly for women over 50, but of course, women over 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, however old you are, you can hang out and listen to some of the videos over there listen to the videos over there as well. It's just a fun channel about some of the struggles that women over 50 face, different things. I'm going to cover all kinds of different topics. It's just a really random, fun kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It was just something that I felt like I wanted to do. So I'm going to drop the link to that in the comments section, in the thread down below here in the description box. Sorry. Okay, so without further ado, I have chosen the Archangel Gabriel deck for this week's reading. And it's kind of funny because I bought the Archangel Gabriel and the Life Purpose deck probably about a month ago, and I rarely use them, and I don't know why. I really love them. I ideally wanted the Archangel Raphael deck, but it was so expensive and I just couldn't. So I didn't buy the Archangel Raphael deck. Maybe somebody will buy it for me for Christmas, maybe one of my family members. But I did buy the Archangel Gabriel deck, and it's a really beautiful deck. So because I haven't used it in a while, that's the deck that I chose for this reading. And another reason why I really like the Archangel Gabriel deck is Gabriel is the angel of messages and communication and artists and writers, speakers, and all of that kind of stuff. So I feel that maybe because I'm going through my own kind of transformation, all the planets are now out of retrograde and they're all going direct. And I feel everybody's this year has been a kick in the ass, right? And I feel everybody's kind of switching their focus and redirecting, where should I go? What should I do? This wasn't working. What should I try next? That kind of stuff, right? So Archangel Gabriel is the messenger of, is the angel of messengers with messages. So it could be pictorial, it could be verbal, it could like all kinds of messages. So anyway, that's why I chose this deck. I feel like maybe we're not using our voice enough. I feel like we're not tapping into our skills and our gifts enough. I feel like maybe some of us don't have very much faith in our abilities and what we can do and the power that we have inside of us, I feel like we're underestimating our own personal power and gifts and skills and talents. If that makes any sense at all, I don't know. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with the reading. So for those of you that chose card number 1, your card is time management. Now, I didn't bring the book out because normally I'll pick a card and I'll read from the book, but I'm actually just going to read the cards intuitively today. And I think that's going to be okay. So the message on the card itself says, place your priorities at the top of your to-do list and don't allow distractions to deter your focus. So time management. And I've actually just kind of, literally like in the last 2 days, honestly, I was at the gym here. Okay, I'm going to tell you a funny story. I was at the gym the other day and I had like this aha moment that just smacked me upside the head. And I'm going to share it with you and maybe you can resonate with it or maybe you can see where I'm going with it. So I've been spending all my time, because I'm on social media, right? Facebook and Twitter, or not so much Twitter, Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram and all those places. And I'm spread, a million miles around the world with all my social media accounts and keeping up with them and all that stuff. And none of them are really doing much good for me. Like they're just really, really frustrating. And it kind of hit me in this, sort of smacked me upside the head. And I thought, you know what? Just write a blog a week for this site that I have. Write a blog a week for this site, for the other site that I have. Maybe write a Medium article and just do video because I love doing videos. Like honestly, I love doing videos. So it was kind of like, Eva, stop wasting your time on Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram, and because I love connecting with my audience on those platforms, but it's a lot of work and and it can be very frustrating. And I'm being very I don't know what that was. Sounded like a gorilla. But it can be very frustrating and it's a lot of work. And I know that this is where I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable here speaking to you here. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to start devoting my time more to videos and connecting in person like this with you guys and spending less time on Facebook. And you know what happens when I get on Facebook, I'm over on my page and then 3 hours later, I've barely done any work on my page and I've spent 3 hours in Facebook talking to my friends and stuff. So time management, right? Find out what's important to you. Find out what is going to work for you and then spend and devote your time to those things that are going to help you get to reach your goals, to achieve the success that you want to achieve, or whatever the case may be. So sit down, maybe sit down with a pen and a paper and write down in a day, write down where you're spending all your time or wasting all your time like I've been doing on Facebook and Pinterest. Find out where you've been spending or wasting all your time and see where you can devote more time to the stuff that you really want to do, the stuff that's going to bring you the success that you want to help you achieve your dreams and your goals and that kind of stuff. So anyway, if you chose, sorry, I really went off there, but if you chose card number 1, time management, it's time to see where you're wasting or spending your time and where your time could be better spent. All right. Okay. If you chose card number 2, it is the vision board. So I got to tell you right out of the gate here, I'm not a huge fan of vision boards. I'm not going to shit on anybody who likes vision boards. If that's your thing, that's great. I can remember, oh my God, this was probably, I bet you it was 10 years ago. Me and a friend of mine hunkered down in my apartment. We smoked a bunch of weed. We had a bunch of magazines and our Bristol boards, and we took pictures and we cut them out and we pasted them on this board, and we ate a bunch of junk food and we wrote down all the things that we wanted to manifest underneath all these pictures. And then I tacked this picture onto my wall and I looked at it and I thought, I felt nothing. I thought, this isn't going to happen. I don't feel connected to this vision board. I just didn't feel it. It wasn't working for me. But, and then I am going to talk about the vision board. So hang on a second. So then I discovered mind mapping, and and I'm going to drop a link down below to a blog I wrote about mind mapping, what the difference is between vision board and mind mapping. Now, if you're a visual creature and you can connect to pictures, if you can, cut out pictures of a magazine of, a bag of $1 million at your doorstep and being on stage with Oprah Winfrey and marrying Johnny Depp and all that cool stuff, if you can paste those and connect to those and you think that's going to happen, kudos to you. I'm not going to tell you not to do that. Some of us connect better with vision boards, but I connect better with words, and I'm a visual creature when it comes to words. I need to see and read and absorb the information. So I work by mind mapping. So what I do is I have a board. I don't since I moved to Guatemala, I'm going to have to buy one, but normally I have a whiteboard with dry erase markers, and in the center of the board, I'll put a circle and it'll put me, and then I'll branch out to three to five different goals that I want to achieve, and I'll set a timeline, a realistic timeline to each goal that I want to achieve. Like, let's say, for example, I want to have a dog shelter here in Guatemala, maybe, somewhere down the line. But that's right now, that's just a cloud bubble over my head. But if I really decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to have a dog shelter and I'm going to raise a bunch of puppies, and I'm going to put that on my vision board, and I'm going to give it a 1-year realistic time frame. And then write down all the little action steps that I need to take to make that goal become a reality. Do you know what I mean? So as far as the vision board goes, that's what I do. I use mind mapping. So as far as the vision board goes, if you're a visual creature, by all means, please do the vision board thing. But I want you to really connect, and I want you to work towards those things that you've stuck on your vision board. Don't just tape a bunch of pictures on there and then look at it and go, that would be so nice, and then walk away. You actually have to take action towards the goals that you want to achieve. They're not just going to land on your doorstep. I hate to tell you that, but you have to work towards them. You have to see them and go, okay, I want to pay off my car, if that's one of your dreams or goals. I want to pay off my car, and I've got 6 months to do it or whatever. How am I going to do it? So you can paste a picture of your car on your vision board and put a big slash and said I owe 0 on it. So that's something that you can look towards. But how long is it going to take you? And what steps are you doing? What are you doing to get there? So those are the things you need to do if you are creating a vision board. Write out the steps. How long is it going to take me to get here? What do I have to do to make this happen? So that's what you have to do. So anyway, so the card, I will read the card. It says, create a board with images and words that inspire you. So if you chose card number 2, vision board or mind map, I'm a big mind mapper, but whatever, do what you got to do. And there's some crazy sounds here. I don't know where my dog went. And if you chose card number 3, I love this card, speeches and speaking. Now, I'm going to read it. You have important messages to deliver that can help others. So speeches and speaking doesn't necessarily mean, I got to get on stage and I have to do a performance and I have to do some motivational speaking or I have to whatever. Speeches and speaking means you need to find your voice. It's time to find your voice. If there's something that you've been meaning to say that you haven't said that will free you from demons, anger, hurt, pain, whatever, or set your, sometimes when you have something weighing on your chest and you're like, oh my God, this is driving me crazy. Just get it out. It's speeches and speaking, get it out. It's time to use your voice and it's time to say what you mean. It's time to get your words out. And for those of you that do have messages that can help others, it's time to use your voice and believe in your words and believe in your gift of speaking and use your words to help people. If you have a gift of speaking, or if you have a gift of saying the right thing, or how can I put this? Like, like when people... when you meet people and you just love listening to them talk, or they have a warm energy and every time they talk, you just feel good. Maybe you're one of those people, you're one of those feel-good people that have warm messages, or have sound advice, if you will, or you have words of comfort or encouragement or soothing, calming words or something, it's time to use your voice. If you know somebody who could use your calming, soothing words, it's time to use your voice. Speech isn't speaking. It's about your voice, opening up your throat chakra. It's about using your voice, finding your words, finding your truth, and saying what you mean. You know, there's a quote, and I generally, okay, this is going to sound really weird. I'm sorry. There's a quote, and I usually don't like swearing when I'm doing angel card readings, but I just have to, because there's a quote that says, instead of saying yes and please, start saying fuck off and no thank you, or something like that. Use your voice. You don't always have to say yes to people. Sometimes you can say no, that is not acceptable, or no, I don't feel like doing that, and walk away. And they're either going to drop their jaw in shock, or they'd be like, whatever, bitch. Like, it doesn't matter. Use your voice. Start saying no when you want to say no, and say yes only when you want to say yes. And especially start saying yes more to yourself. Okay, so for those who chose 1, time management, 2, vision board, and 3, speeches and speaking, find your voice, find your truth, and start using it. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you liked my background. I would love to take the phone and take you around and show you the yard. Maybe next Sunday we'll go to a different location. Thanks for being here. As always, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, leave a comment, all that good stuff. I'm going to drop a bunch of links down in the description box below. Thank you for being here, and I love you, and I'll see you all back here next Sunday. Bye for now.